Welcome, friends, to the Mystic Syndicate podcast. Thank you for taking the time to listen and hopefully enjoy our content. If you are new or a returning listener, then we are glad you are here and ask that you hit the like button and leave a comment if you feel so inclined. We appreciate your feedback. You can find our videos and past recordings over at our YouTube channel and iTunes podcast page. I will leave the links in the show notes. Again, thank you. And let's get on with our next episode. Okay, so we are live. So welcome everybody back to the Mystic Syndicate and the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition homebrew campaign, A Princess of Celene, episode 33. So that's a biggie. We're now creeping into the 30s here. I am your Dungeon Master, Brian, and as always, we like to give thanks for some of the wonderful things that we use here on our stream. And one is the beautiful maps created by Anna B. Meyer. If you want to check out her maps of Greyhawk, head over to annabmeyer.com and check out what she has. She has a Patreon, so if you like what you see, make sure to throw her some change or whatever. That'll keep her being able to hone her craft further. We certainly do enjoy those maps and the ability to zoom right down onto locations that we talk about pretty often. Our virtual tabletop is Roll20. So big old thanks to Roll20 for keeping that thing up and running. And our character creation and encounter creation site is D&D Beyond, which I'm thanks, I guess. Thanks. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, that sounded so, that was so professional.
Is this the point where I say, isn't this the point where I say, fuck you, Watsy, and fire Carl Brink?
Yeah. That's usually where you would come in and add that. Yeah, that's good. For those folks who are watching at home or listening on the podcast, no, we are not big fans of how things are going with Watsy Hasbro. So, hey, it is what it is.
And while we're at it, let's just throw Star Wars in there too. Disney's fucking that up too. So
what a shit show that thing is. Okay. Okay. So, as always, we start with introductions. And when we start with introductions, we start with Melinda.
Like you guys are picking on me. Anyway, I'm Melinda. I play Grenna Babbleboots, a Gnome Ranger with her pet Borg Bubbles.
And I am Mike. I play Kiffi Blackhammer, Dwarven Cleric of Fortubo.
I'm Pav. I play Kelex, a Paladin, human Paladin of Heironious.
And I'm Russ. I play Járngrímur töframaður Halldórsson, a fire mage, who is really, really considering his life choices, especially with these griffins.
I'm Ed. I play Sir Thomas Waverly, and I also have an NPC, Shirley Templar.
I'm Glenn. I play Timble Snivenblaven, High Chancellor of Bissell. Yeah, and I'm an artist stuck with these yahoos.
Okay.
Yahoo!
Oh boy. Okay, so yes, we are back. This is episode 33. And the last time that we were all together, you had successfully returned Princess Melda had actually escorted Princess Melda to the capital city of Celene, Enstad. And you had spent a night in the dungeons there in Enstad because of Timble's a rash decision on his part, but Melda being such a good and loyal friend to the party was able to convince her mother that you all should not languish within the dungeon in Enstad. So you were freed of that indignity. You also were able to secure troops from not just Celene, but also the Vesvi Forest for Bissell's war with the Ket and Ket's allies. So you had, I believe you got down to, I think it was like 18 or 19 days.
I think it was like 18, yeah.
Yeah, 18, 19 days. Now, it's going to take some time for those troops to, of course, get there. But the beautiful thing about it, it is now to a point where Bissell will no longer lose land. So that's good. Now, of course, the next thing is trying to find either another ally or try to take something away from Ket.
So we are at day 18,
mm-hmm.
or is it 17?
18.
Yeah,
18. On day 18, we're doing our training with the griffins.
Correct. You're doing training with griffins.
And we are going to see about breaking into a room.
Correct. Yes, after...
And the current disposition of troops, you say that at some point here, Bissell will have a fortified front and be able to stop them from getting to the capital?
Correct.
Okay.
And Brian, and I'm sure I know we've talked about this. Where kind of is that front right now? Is that like Seja or around? I can
kind of give you an idea of where this is at. And okay, so keep. Okay, so no, it actually was. They were able to push as far as Belissaret Keep, which is in the center in the little mark. If you guys can happen to see that.
Belissaret, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Under the eye under Bissell. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. So if you follow the road that runs from northeast to southwest, along that line is pretty much where the stopping point is. So
everything from Barak. Okay. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, everything from Barak all the way to Kleba is in the hands of the cat. Calpias is under assault. But now most of the troops that are going to be, of course, rushing in are going to be at Mahiro and Vigilance over in the west. So, and Misty Vale. So there's a lot of points where these new troops, these new allies are going to be bringing their troops into those locations to start operations. And hopefully, depending on how everything goes with what you propose in the future, we'll see if the Ket are pushed back, or who knows what will happen. Yay!
A bombing run.
Well, the good thing is they're going to have two fronts now. The Kets. I'm assuming that the Vezi folks are going to come from their direction.
What will probably end up happening is that they will end up, because they are friendly with Voluna, they will actually open up a front from Voluna itself. Now, depending on how things go, if it looks as though the tide is turning against the Ket, then there's also another good chance that you may gain other allies. The thing is, though, this could be prolonged if the Ket strike deals with Tusmet and Ekbir. They already have Zyf as an ally. So if they end up bringing on 2 new allies, once again, you're going to have a stalled front until you can find other allies. Yeah. But hopefully you'll be able.
We have to worry about making sure that they have an exit. If we cut them off, then they'll be putting more diplomatic pressure on who could be their allies, and we'll have that bubble and put them in the middle. And who knows that I don't know that we have the forces to actually destroy that. It'll be just a bloodbath. I think we'd be better off to give them a way out and push from the south and have Valuna hold and ensure that simple retreat up Watchtower Road for the cat.
Okay. All right. So you have a couple of things that you wanted to do. Of course, there was training with the Griffins. There is also the matter of breaking into Sintaisha's room to try to find out where she may have disappeared to. But also on top of that, finding out a little bit more about how much dark magic does Sintaisha know or have access to.
At what she's gotten herself into.
Yeah. So how do you guys want to proceed?
That's kind of up to you guys. I think first thing in the morning we go and practice, and then either at noon or thereafter. I see how his lordship Tomas is reacting to the situation. Hey, Manly Belch and
Tomas just woke up.
So
I worship the god of tits and wine.
Oh shit! I'm with you.
I say we get the training out of the way. That way, if somebody needs a little extra, or if we master it, or we might even be able to use the Griffins to break into her cell.
Might I go to your temple? I say start the morning off at the Temple of Tits and Wine.
Oh, well. I worship there every day.
Save me. I don't feel saved.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do the training.
Okay. So yeah, you all spend about a good 3.5 hours of solid riding training. Now, of course, this is a lot different than horses. So, and especially it could be a little bit different or a little bit more difficult for folks that are the saddles that they have are primarily large saddles that would be used by elves or yeah. So it might be a little bit harder for folks who are smaller set folks. But so let's go ahead. I'd like to see. I think we're going to do like a skill challenge sort of thing here, just to see how you guys work. Out on this will get those bad rolls out of the way. Hopefully nobody falls to their death. God, that would suck. So here
I know how to tie a knot. I'm tethered.
Okay, so here's how this is going to work. If you have a handle animal skill, that's a plus. That's really, really super good. Everybody is going to if you're able to pass the skill check, everybody will get to add 5 to handle animal skill after this. Okay. But here's the fun part. Okay, so you have to be able to each person is going to get 3 rolls. It's going to be 3 rolls. You're going to get 3. I'm sorry, it's not 3. It's 6 rolls total. So you're going to get 3 animal handling checks plus 3 dexterity checks. Okay. So what you're trying to do is you are trying to beat the magical number. And I'm kind of wondering. Yeah. And I think I want to make it kind of difficult.
So 8.
No, Yarn. No, it's not going to be 8. I wish I could give you that.
3 is the magic number.
3 is a magic number. That is true. That is true. I've heard that as many times. But I think the number I'm going to set is 18. Okay. So if
Hey, Kiffi, can I get a little guidance from you?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll look under your seat. You get a guidance. You get a guidance. You get a guidance.
Okay.
Everybody gets a guidance.
So if you were able to make 2 out of 3 of those roll sets, you're going to be good. Okay. If you get all 3 of them, that's the magic number. You're going to get 5 points. If you only get 2 out of the 3, you will get 3 points. Okay. Now, if you fail all of them, you are going to definitely fall off this griffin in flight, and you are probably going to take damage. So let's keep our fingers crossed. If you only get 1 success, at least you'll get 1 point. So that's kind of nice. At least you're gonna walk away from something. I'm not a cruel and evil DM, but if you're so bad, if your rolls are so terrible that you just can't seem to make 3, or if you lose all 3 of them, then yeah, you're gonna fall off. You have to start over, which would be terrible.
Fuck her up, boys.
So who would like to go first this evening?
Oh, Ed's got something.
Oh, Ed's got something.
Ed always has something. I can give 2 people a 1d6 bardic inspiration to their rolls if your rolls are bad. So, but I have to say I'm giving bardic inspiration to Kiffi, which will probably be one of them because a dwarf on a griffin probably is not going to be the greatest. So give him a bump. So, and then who else has a bad dexterity, or how's everybody's dexterities look?
Yeah, some of you guys are probably hurting.
I got a 10.
And so no pluses.
No pluses.
I have a
So
17.
Bob, 17, she's on her own. Splash. Yarn.
17.
Kiffi.
Yeah, I'm 11. So, hey, I'm more agile than the Paladin.
By what? Okay, so Kiffi and Kleenex will get. Oh well, I figured you had. How is your dexterity? I figured you had to be particularly nimble to paint.
True. You're fine. I was just saying, is there something hidden there? Am I going to get on my griffin only to find a little push?
Well, I just need somebody to shove. I want somebody to shove me. All right.
God.
This Kiffi, here's your bonus. You get to add 2 to your roll. And Kelex gets to add 5. The way that works is you gain an inspiration dice. I just gave it for 10 minutes. You can add that to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. And this can be added after seeing the roll. So if you do a tanker roll, you can use those scores to get you up and over.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
So who is going to be first?
Well, since I'm the one that inspired everybody, I'll go first.
Okay, Ed. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll a dex save, and you are also going to roll a animal handling check.
And I need to roll 18 on both.
No, you add them together.
Ah,
And it has to be, it has to meet 18.
okay. So here's my dex. is a 15. Oh, that's
Okay.
an 18 out the gate.
That's awesome. Awesome. Okay, cool.
And with the animal handling, okay, so it's 25.
Not bad.
So,
Okay, so
right.
your first set of your first lesson, you did super awesome. You're great. Okay, so second lesson.
Second lesson.
Nice.
14.
And destroys that. Awesome. Excellent. Excellent. All right, here's your third one. Okay.
Okay. Woo.
Okay.
Made it.
Yep, you just made it. That's where you made 19. So that is perfect. So you got all 3 lessons. You were able to nail it. Sweet. So you get 5 points in animal handling. Okay.
How did you do that?
Nicely done.
Nice. Who's next?
I'll go.
You guys feel inspired?
Grenna, you
I'll
said
go.
you're going to do it? All right, Grenna, go ahead and give us a dexterity save and then also an animal handling. So you have a dex of 9. Awesome. Was that a dex save or just a dex? That looked like just
nice.
a dex save.
Oh, how do we do a dex save?
Okay, it should be...
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, go ahead and give me just shoot me a dex save, even though you've pretty much already... Oh, damn, murdered it.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so yeah, 25 and a 19. Killed it.
He's dancing
Okay.
on the back of the griffin.
Okay, so that's your first one. Very good. And so give us a dex save and an animal handling. A 14. Nice. And a 10. Okay, that's perfect. That's what you those are the numbers you're looking for. Awesome. So there's 2 and you get 1 last lesson. Okay, a 9. And geez. Okay. Yeah, you got that +8 animal handling. That's pretty sweet. So, okay, so you get 5 more to your animal handling skill. All right, who's next?
I want to see
Oh,
Kelex. I want to
I'll
see
get it out of
Kelex.
the way. You just want to see my rolls of laugh, don't you?
Okay. So,
All right.
Kelex,
Yeah.
you're going to do this one? All right.
Yeah, I'll do it. All right.
Okay.
You ready?
Dang, a nice deck save straight out of the box.
I hope we don't need
Nice.
these 20s later.
You will. Okay, so very good. Your first lesson's knocked out of the park with a 23 and a 20.
43.
All right, a 9 and a 16. Awesome. Okay,
So
And
that's the second one.
that's your second lesson and third lesson.
So with the so I didn't make my second lesson, right? Because
Yeah,
that's
you
an
did.
18.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the total 18.
Oh, sorry.
So you add the 6 and the 9, the 16 and the 9. Yeah, you're good.
All right, last one.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I hope this doesn't come back to bite you later. There's 2 natural 20s.
Why do I feel like that's going to happen? But there we go. I'll just do this just to see if I can get it out of the way.
Okay.
All right.
Healing
Yep.
potions. We
Okay,
need
so-
healing potions.
Okay. So yeah, you now have 5 to your animal handling skill. Awesome.
Brian, how long are these training sessions taking?
Well, let's see. You guys have you have multiple trainers up there, so you're only looking at probably about 3 hours.
All right.
Okay. Who's next? All right. Okay, Kiffi.
All right. See what happens.
That's good.
We're some rolling fools.
First
Oh.
lesson down. Very nice. A 17 and an 18.
Okay, cool. Holy shit.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I'm cleaning out these good rolls for you guys because this is terrible.
Oh my god!
Evil thing.
Seriously,
So
the
a
best we
19
rolled
and a
in
21.
a couple of months.
Okay. Ooh, an 8.
I don't have this on there.
Okay. Well, that'll
Still
definitely
adds
do
up.
it. So yeah, you got all three. An 8 and a 12. That'll work.
Nice.
Okay, so who's next? I think we're down to the two last people.
Go ahead, Timble.
Okay, let's see what happens here. Somebody's got to fail. All right, so do an animal handling.
Okay, very good.
Dex save.
Oh man, a 22 and a 20. Oh, you guys are so screwed later.
You know, these would have been great rolls for fighting a dragon.
Oh, yeah. Actually, they would have been pretty damn sweet. Okay, so your first lesson's out of the way with a 22 and a 20. Oh, a 6. Uh-oh. What's this one looking like? Oh, of course, an easy 6 and a 26. Oh my gosh. A 19. Oh, well, there you go. So that's pretty good. Okay, so now that I've got all you guys, all of your big numbers out of the way. All right, so we got Yarn left. All right, Yarn, see what happens. A 15. Again, not a bad start. With a 12. Very good. First lesson out of the way.
I call it spell book.
A 12. Nice. And an 11. All right. Good deal. Second lesson out of the way. And your final and third. So you guys did fine. No problem. Last one with a 19 and an 8. You guys did good.
You'll notice I didn't have any big rolls. I'm saving them for Fireball.
Well, but you had the Tootsie Roll. Gonna take that Tootsie Roll.
Okay, so yes, you all have now completed your Griffin training, and so you are now officially Griffin riders. And your instructors, after you have passed your final check ride, so to speak, come up, and they actually have these very nice silver pins that look like griffins, like a griffin in a rampant pose, and they place them upon your cloaks, showing that you are now official Celene Griffin riders.
I break out my my DA form 348 and see if I can get them to initial Griffin next to it that I'm qualified.
You're Griffin qualified? Yeah, that's cool.
Hey, Brian. I have a question for you. So was I put on to a normal sized griffin, or what would be kind of like the hummingbird sized griffin?
No, you were actually strapped into a real, like an adult one. What they did is they modified the saddle for you and kind of strapped you into it.
You got a booster seat.
Hey, it worked. Wow. Okay. The you said we get a +5 with animal handling.
Yes.
Now that's the actual skill, or just in handling griffins?
No, that's in general all animals from now on.
Woo,
Griffins are hard to work with, and if you're able to, overcome a griffin's, well, there's usually two either ways. I mean, they can be very aggressive or they can be extremely shy. So you have been able to work around that. So this is kind of a really nice thing to have. Especially if you're having to deal with animals in the future. This will also work with horses or other things.
Got names. Or do we name them ourselves?
You can actually name your own griffin if you would like.
Sure.
I don't mind you guys doing that. That would be cool. Okay. So
I want to name mine Buckbeak.
I'm gonna name mine Gary because that's hilarious.
Gary.
Oh,
Yep,
Monster.
Griffin. I'm going to name mine Peter.
I was wondering if it is like somebody like say one was named Gary, is the other one named Ace? Ace and Gary from don't know if you guys.
Well, mine's Peter Griffin.
Oh, I like it. It's Peter Griffin. That's cool. Okay, so with that in mind, you guys are finished with it. Oh, I wanted to know, Shirley Templar. Did you want Shirley to train? Or did you...
How hard is it to ride as a passenger?
Actually, it's not very hard at all. And it's not really like it requires a lot of like training per se, but so I mean, yeah, you know, you don't have to. She doesn't have. I mean, they didn't have one for her, so her riding as a passenger would probably be all fine and dandy. They do have saddles for multiple, you know, for a second person.
Yeah, I'm gonna have her rides, and then because now I'll have it handle animal +9. Can I train her?
Well, you're not really what you would consider. I mean,
I'm sorry.
You're yeah. It's not like you are Griffin rider trainer proficient. It's not like you're going to be out here doing barrel rolls with this Griffin. They just pretty much taught you, you know, how to stop from, you know, how to fly it, how to do turns, how to do dives, things of that nature. But these trainers could like do acrobatic stuff. So you might be able to train her some of the basics. But that would take a little bit of time because you're kind of new at it as well. You only had 3 hours of training.
Yeah, I'm just going to mount her on, and then later that's the advanced course. You know, she's still an E2, so
right.
She's not ready to upgrade her 348 yet.
Totally. Okay, so with that out of the way, so
hey guys,
yep.
Russ and I will be back in just a minute. We need to go take care of his dad real quick.
Oh, of course. Okay. So while that is occurring, I think, Timble, did you want to go down and take a look at that door?
Well, I had thought we all would.
Okay.
Kind of hoping that we would have our mage with us since we have some potential magic issues. I don't sorcerer, mage, warlock, I don't know. They're all the same to me.
Hand waivers.
Yeah.
I know how to do magic. I know how to do spells. I got this. I'm extra primo good at magic.
No.
Well, we could also ask our what's the house's mage here? The house mage here name? That's at Silvar.
Yeah, Moore's Ivy.
Where's Ivy?
Yeah, Master Moore's Ivy.
Well, I figured we'd have them along, but then we would have the two of them kind of covering it. Wait a second. These griffins, we have to turn them back in. So why are we naming them? Or are they actually given to us?
To be fair, I signed for mine when I gave him my 348. I signed for it, so it's technically mine.
Yeah, but yeah, you might have to turn it back into point of, you know, the.
Yeah, I'm not taking my griffin to CIF. I love it.
CIF. Turn in your griffin. Make sure that it's not worn.
It's dirty. Bring it back.
Badly tattered. Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
Actually, I'll get a different griffin and say, "Yeah, this is the one you issued me." This raggedy old horse with fake wings. Do a persuasion. It's not the griffin you're looking for.
No, this would be the griffin you're looking for.
Oh,
That's why that always failed.
Yeah.
yeah. For
Okay. So while you're waiting for Morn's Ivy to appear, you pretty much have free reign to pretty much walk around and of course Enstad or the castle itself. Shirley is actually doing practice sword fighting with Asenath in the courtyard. So that's kind of an interesting thing to watch.
I will take this time to write a little message and send it off via mouse. I'll explain what has transpired here, my mistake, and all of that stuff that happened at court. And but I would also ask Raven if she would check and see, just to ensure that the what the hell is the forest?
I'll be right.
Forest. If they have actually sent out and mobilized their troops.
Okay.
I'm just curious, making sure everything's running as it should.
Right. Okay.
So
Yeah,
the
you
two
can
houses are
definitely-
combined now.
Yeah, you can definitely send that out. That definitely works. Okay.
I wouldn't mind going and try to find Shira real quick.
Okay.
If she
Well,
was out.
most likely the easiest, probably the best place to look would be on the island with the life tree.
Okay.
Okay.
That's where I'm heading.
That's pretty much where she spends most of her time. Okay, so yeah, you make your way over there. You jump. Is it just going to be you heading over? I didn't know if
want to
anybody
come, or
else
you
was
all
going.
just doing your own thing.
I'll go.
Okay.
Okay. Kiffi, are you going?
Sure, why not? I don't really have anything else to do. It's all these elves around. I feel a little uncomfortable.
Oh no!
I will. I'm going to go seek out Val.
Okay. Well, Val is very, very busy. He is actually, getting troops prepared for the march. I was
actually going to do was show up as an official in my official way and make sure that there's any paperwork, anything that they need from us on our end to ensure everything is good and clear for it.
Okay. So, you head out and you can find that they are actually assembling. There is a parade ground area that has places for, people to drill and you can see that there is just at this one location, you see that there is at least 500 Elven soldiers that are here in Enstad that they are getting ready to actually make the passage to Bissell. Now, of course, this is also being played out in other villages and cities all over Celene. So you're thinking this is definitely a good sign, especially for Bissell. So you speak with him for a couple of minutes, but you can definitely see that there's not really much more you kind of need to do, especially paperwork wise. I mean, he was given orders from the Queen, and that was pretty much all he needed to go ahead and get the ball rolling. But it is interesting that you can sort of walk amongst these valiant Elven soldiers as they prepare and drill for combat. So Kelex, you step off the boat there, and you can see that there's at least 5 other druids here tending the tree. You can see that a few of them are actually tapping the tree for the sap that creates both superior healing potions, but also possibly one of the most deadliest poisons on Earth. So they're working, and you see that Shira is observing their actions. She sees you and immediately places a hand up to wave, and she walks over to you and says, Sir Kelex, welcome back. It seems that everything that we had planned came to fruition. I'm sorry you had to spend the night in the dungeon, but I see that you're not any worse for wear for it.
Indeed. And as she kind of walks me, I bow, but I kind of I look up into the tree, just looking for, I don't know, just something out of place. I don't know. When she approaches, it says, yes, indeed, things actually turned out the way we wanted to for once in our travels. But that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. Do you have a moment? I don't know if just a private word.
Oh, of course. She motions you to take a walk with her. The island is actually a pretty good size, and it's easy to get out of earshot, but also still remain in the shadow of this magnificent tree. And she says, what concerns you?
Well, you mentioned our nightly accommodations in the cells. I had a strange, I don't know, dream about the tree, the great tree here. I usually usually you just dismiss these kind of things as a figment of, one's imagination or something. But in the vision in trees, there was obviously, the followers here, and they were trying to reach for a large translucent apple. I couldn't tell if it was actually apple shaped or not, but it was, and then out of nowhere, a giant claw came out of the branches and was reaching for the apple. Again, I don't know if this is just something I ate, that made this dream, but I just thought I'd let you know, because this is not the first time I've had a dream that's had some significance.
She looks to you and says, this is very interesting that you would have such a dream, being that you have never really been or worked with the life tree since you've been here. But what you speak of is not an apple, but it is a orb of prophecy. Sometimes, very rarely, the tree will sprout its fruit. And when it does, that fruit takes on the form of what we call an orb of prophecy. It is a glimpse into the future. And so, did you get to spy into the orb of prophecy?
I'm afraid no. It's too high. Then I was, I guess, in my dream, I was startled by the grasping claw.
Interesting. She says, so, and you've said that you've had these visions like these before?
Funny enough, one other time while I was in a cell with one of my comrades, it was nothing. It was just I actually saw, and I can't remember his name. What's the queen's name? Yolanda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually saw Queen Yolanda's, and I've never seen her until we arrived here. So, and it was exactly her in my vision or dream.
Interesting. So obviously your path is guided, not just by honor and virtue, but also something outside is driving you forward. So this is interesting that you have such insight. It's just kind of a shame that you didn't get to see what was in the orb or what was actually taking the orb from the tree, that is quite puzzling.
And that was what kind of happened, Brian. I didn't really see. I couldn't look into the orb. It was kind of high, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Again, I don't know what to make of it. It's interesting what you say, but I just thought at least, just ensure that, the life tree is kept safe. I thought I'd at least let you know.
It's interesting. So it looks as though there isn't, it didn't look like there was a threat to the tree.
All I remember seeing is this claw coming down from the branches, grasping at the orb, as you called it.
Interesting. Well, thank you for sharing that. That makes me, that will definitely make me inform the others to keep a special eye out. Who knows what sort of actions or events will unfold that will force the life tree to spawn fruit. Usually, if it happens, there is only one orb that appears. So if it does, I will make sure to let you know. Hopefully, there won't be a gigantic claw involved. Maybe that might be your subconscious worrying about your future.
That's very much a possibility.
Yes. Interesting.
We are going to see a dragon, so or save one.
Yes.
Or meet one in some way.
Some way, shape, or form. Exactly.
Yeah. I appreciate your time and thank you.
Okay. So she walks you back over to the boat, and she says, I know that you are tied to your homeland. I can see that. I know that you have great pride and honor in the valley there, the Little Mark. But if you should ever think about, well, let me just be frank with you. I believe my granddaughter has feelings for you. And if that being the case, would you ever consider, being that there is a chance that Melda may end up taking the throne here, would you reign with her here?
I guess, Kelex is kind of taken aback by this. I guess he was expecting, why would they allow a human to reign? So, I had my doubts that would be allowed, but he's a little taken back by it all. Yes, I would. Once my duties are fulfilled.
Of course. That's what I was expecting you to say.
Oh, there'll be more duties.
Yes. But
he said duty.
That's just if that is something that Melda wishes to chase after. Sintaisha, of course, does have claim, understandably. I mean, she is actually the blood of the king. So there will be some sort of, there might be an issue with that. But once again, it falls to the queen and to the nobles. But that might be something interesting. I mean, things change. And she says, well, good luck to you. If I do not see you before you leave, be extremely careful. Dragons, even the metallic ones, can be quite tricky.
I thank you for your advice.
And
I bow to her.
And she returns the bow as well. And she turns and walks back towards the tree as you make your way back across the little lake that this.
Did Grenna want to talk to Shira before we leave about anything?
Yeah, Grenna,
I
do you
just
have
thought
any?
you needed supervision.
Oh, you're here for supervision?
Oh,
I think we
okay.
need to have a conversation about the birds and the bees, though.
All right.
They inhabit the trees.
Does Kiffi want to provide some input as well?
Not in the least.
It is
I
getting
do highly
weird.
approve of the fantasy racism, though.
You're
Yes,
a purist.
the thoughts of elves do not concern those of dwarves.
They go over his head.
Whoosh.
Over
Oh.
his head. Wow. Okay. So
I
you
guess
all,
we're heading back.
so you guys all assemble outside of Sentisha's door with Timble in tow there, is already there, kind of checking out the door and trying to see if there's anything that he can ascertain from his observations. So how do you want to proceed?
I'll take 5 and take a look at it, and then I will inspect the lock. I don't know what the actual how we want to work the actual skills on this.
Okay. So what are you looking for? I mean, how do you want to?
I'll get I'll get into my bag and pull out some of my art tools.
Okay.
You know, start breaking down some of my brushes and things and start pulling out picks. I hate doing this here in the open.
You just want to use my kit?
No. And
Okay.
but thank you. And I'll start I'll stick my pick in there and see if I can see anything specifically with the mechanical parts.
Okay.
Start looking around for whatever may be there in a more dangerous magical sense. You know, I mean, we artists come across this stuff.
Okay. That is fine. So, so if you can give me a dexterity check.
Sleight of hand or dexterity?
Dexterity.
See, I used up that stuff to fly a damn bird.
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, so as you take your pick and you're in there and you're like, you're trying to get down there. It's made for a skeleton key, but it's a very thin. And as you do so, you hear something.
Are you actually saying that elves are tight?
They can be, I'm sure.
It just seemed
you hear a crunching sound like that of glass, and immediately as soon as you hear this crunching, huh?
I'm rolling away. I'm going to be a little acrobatic if I can.
Oh, that was the dexterity check. So
there was no chance.
Yeah.
Once again, the dryad.
So a silvery grayish sort of mist shoots out into your face, unfortunately. And
it's perfume. Take a whiff. It's perfume. Take a whiff.
No. It's acid. Take a drink. It's acid. Take a drink.
Oh, no, not back to that. Okay. So, okay, so actually you only needed a 16 to avoid this, and you rolled a 15, and I'm like, oh God. Okay. So, you immediately drop to 0 hit points and you hit the ground. He just literally dies in front of you. Okay, so everybody is like, oh God, of course, I don't know how everybody's reacting, but I need you to, okay, so Timble, here's how this is going to work. what you have been poisoned with is life tree poison. Okay, so, and here's how this works. And this is why it is considered one of the most deadliest poisons out there.
Morris Ivy is here.
Yes. Okay. So, what happens is you're now going to make 3 death savings throws. Okay. If you make, of course, if you fail all 3 of them, you die and there is no way to bring you back. Okay. Let me continue. If you fail, okay, Ed's over here like going, if you make 2 fails and 1 save, you will fall into a coma for 1d10 days. You will die, but you can be brought back by either a resurrection spell or a wish. Okay? If you make 2 successes, and 1 failure, you will fall into a coma for 1d10 days, but you will live. Okay? If you succeed all 3 of them, all 3 death saving throws, you will never, ever, ever be able to be poisoned or envenomed by any other creature ever again.
You can throw that one out the door. I know my dice.
So how long has it been since we did the training? Like I went first. Would I have had time to take a short rest while we were waiting for everybody else to go? Or I'm just seeing if I can throw him an inspiration real quick just to give him a bump.
I don't think you can use inspirations for death saving throws.
It says saving throw is what it says. It just says saving throw.
Maybe you can. So let's go ahead and let's give this a shot and let's see what happens.
And just one thing, if I'm there, he's within 10 feet. He also gets a +3 to all saving throws.
Okay. Okay, so it's a +3, and then what are you offering? What are you offering, Tomas?
If I had enough time to take a short rest, and I totally would understand if we didn't,
okay,
then I can have another bardic inspiration, which would be another d6 that way he could add to any of his rolls.
I don't think you probably did, but
okay.
Definitely Kelex will count. Okay.
And I will say this: after training, I went and did something. Other party members went and did something. He didn't. So maybe
realistically, I was probably watching and overseeing Shirley Templar doing sword training. That would be what I would assume.
Simple enough.
When I went to the bathroom, if I came back and something happened, that's where I said I was going to be. So
yeah. Okay.
Not to seem like an entitled ass, but what do I need to be rolling for?
Okay.
Like my constitution?
Nope, it's a death saving throw. So what you're going to do is on your character sheet, if you zero yourself out, you will see that it appears with 3. Your death savings throw thing will show up. So if you go up to where it shows your hit points.
I don't want to.
Okay, so in the box there, if you put like all of your hit points in that little box right off to the left of it, and then just hit damage, it'll zero it all out. And
I'm looking at the death saves, hit point management, healing, no, override, max modifier, okay. Oh.
Okay. All right. So you're okay. So you're
balance on a 17 to the 7.
Okay.
Damn thing.
Okay. So you have 17 to the 7. Okay. So you're
the die was balancing on a 17 and then rolled 7.
Rolled to a 7. Oh, that's terrible.
That's
okay. So how much? So how much does Kelex give you? 2.
I give +3.
+3. That's 10. That's all you need. So there's your first save. Okay. Roll another one.
Okay.
An easy save. Very nice. And last one. Oh, of course. So you walk away. You immediately get all of your hit points back and you revive.
Holy shit.
And from now on, you are not able to ever be poisoned by anything man-made or natural ever again.
So that's just full poison immunity, right?
Yep. Poison and venom.
Can I
Wait,
look
so looks like there's like
a lock where he was at? Maybe I can make some rolls and we can all build up immunity.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't know this.
Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't do this right. That's okay. You get it.
I'm not licking the lock now.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was yeah. That's okay. It's good. All right. So you're able to you were able to of course to untrap it. So that's kind of good.
Did Master Moore's Ivy know what happened? I mean, the poison, did he recognize that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was able to recognize it almost immediately.
So,
Unlucky little
did he
guy.
explain that I should be immune now? That whole situation?
Yeah, he was able to expand on that. What's really interesting is I forgot like one part of this. I was supposed to, you were supposed to have a fortitude saving throw, or what is it? A Constitution save? But the Constitution save was like really ungodly. Happen is if you made the Constitution save, you got all the cool rolls. If you failed the Constitution save, that was pretty much the end of you. You'd have to roll a new character. But I forgot it, and I'm not going to go back and change it now.
So I have to roll a new character because I have one. So
you already have one ready.
Yeah, we all do.
Everybody's got one. Because any minute.
Likewise playing Bard.
Okay, cool.
And a druid.
Alrighty.
Just to give a warning, if I drop out, I hear lots of booming going on outside. We have
got like thunderstorms stuff.
Yeah, we got a whole massive red thing coming at us.
Oh, nice.
Well, if I drop, I drop.
Okay.
Holy hell!
You could just have complications from the poison.
Red rocket.
Lots of ugly red stuff on there.
Okay.
Lots of thunderstorm warnings. Right now, it just went off. All right.
Okay, so with that done,
if Moore's Ivy explains that to me, I do something.
Okay.
I pull out one of my twin bladed dagger.
Okay.
And I am I'll prick myself with it.
Okay.
To see if anything happens. And I hope I'm choosing the side that is or that I've got it set up properly. That was where I wanted to talk with you about poisons. I wanted a paralytic, something that would just make somebody be paralyzed, not hurt.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's there are different plants and things like that you could go to an herbalist, or a druid would probably know which ones to crush and mix up to
yes,
give you
our last feat that we were given, I went with poisoner.
Nice. Okay.
So
good. All right.
I know my pain. So I'll prick my thumb and see anything.
Actually, you are not affected by it whatsoever.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
So, with that,
Tomas leans over to Timble and says, "Cutting is not an option. You should seek help."
I prefer stabbing.
That's right, kids. You can't be emo if you're stabbing other people.
there's that.
There is that. Okay, so you break into Sentisha's room. So the door.
Fireball! Fireball!
Okay, so the door opens, and inside you can see it's a beautifully appointed chamber. You can see that there is a desk, a bed. The bed has not been made. You're not too sure when the last time anybody was in here who slept in it. Like I said, there's a desk that has drawers. There is a chest that looks like it's open, and there's like some clothing and stuff that had kind of spilled out of it. But and then of course you can see the windows, and the window panes have very intricate runes carved into like every inch of them. Arcane knowledge check for anybody who is really super, super thrilled about all that good stuff.
Why, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
Okay. Well, okay. So, as you three kind of walk over there and kind of take a look, Timble, you had this overwhelming feeling that if anyone touched these, that it would almost be kind of the equivalent of probably like a 3-pound block of C4 just, going off. So you immediately take a little step back thinking, okay, these are explosive runes that have been kind of amped up. And
So
it would probably destroy this room completely, and also a large swath of anything above it.
I will grab Yarn's robe and Grenna's belt and give a yank backwards. I go, let's leave that to Master Morzivy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll point that out to Morzivy.
Morzivy walks around and he's looking at these things. He's like, oh, this is not good. Wow. The darkness used in this, the types of the dark magics that are used for it's just incredible. I didn't think she was this astute at this. I mean, you have to understand, Sentisha was she's only probably since she came out of her coma, was interested in this. Before this, she was actually more like him. And she points to Kelex.
what caused her coma?
It says that I am not really too sure of. Most likely, I know that she was out with her friend in the market on that day. What is that girl's name? She works at the Broken Bow. Her mother used to be a handmaiden here to the queen. What is her name? I can't remember. He says you might be able to find more information from her. Timble, are you looking around the desk or anything? Or are you checking? What are you guys doing? What is it?
I'll be checking every nook and cranny, and I won't be touching anything. I will have my dagger out to kind of maybe, move this or that if I feel it's safe.
Okay.
I will ask Morzivy if looking at these things and the syntax and such, does that give you an idea of perhaps the source of this magic? I mean, is this something of, let's say, your dark brethren, the drow, or anything of that nature? Is there some other world thing going on here?
It says, no, this doesn't look to be the work of drow. This looks like more like witchcraft, like a very like an actual witch, which that doesn't really make a lot of sense. I mean, the princess has, like I said, she has never really dabbled in this before. You do notice that the drawers in here on this desk are locked, and everybody make a perception check for the room in general. Okay.
Look, we might have walls.
Yeah, Tomas and Grenna are like, oh, look, there's stuff.
Brian,
Yes.
detect magic.
Okay.
I'm sure the room is going to light up like a Christmas tree.
I figured it would, but
Okay. So yeah, you do detect magic. The windows are completely just blinding. You do notice that there is, it looks to be some sort of magical circle that is on the floor. It looks as though it wasn't a permanent thing, so you're not kind of thinking it wasn't a teleporting circle, but more like a summoning circle, like she was summoning something from who knows where.
Obviously, I'm going to point this out to Yarn and Morzivy, and I'll even point it out to Kiffi and Kelex.
I make sure that everybody knows where that circle is on the floor and tell them don't step here.
No touchy, no touchy, no touchy. What are we not touching?
Should we break it?
Yeah, we should wipe it away so whatever's in the circle can get out, right?
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Wipe it away.
I don't summon shit. So I don't know what it is. So I have no idea how to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I actually did a arcane knowledge, and Yarn, I think it's a portal to her Leoman's tiny chest where she hides her spell books.
And I think you're full of shit.
Well, can everyone look at it and perhaps see if they recognize a glyph or sigil of any sort, just to see if she's playing with the higher dark powers. Some people would know them. No, I know that I probably won't.
But Timble, this is all of the same cloth. This is going to explain a lot. It doesn't explain the origin, but she's a sorcerer. She's either a sorcerer or a warlock. If she is a sorcerer and a warlock, then she has a pact with somebody. And since she was summoning,
I have no idea how all of that works. But,
since she was summoning, and since she has the ability to blink, I'm thinking that
we need to go talk to Zathia.
Well, we need to go talk to Grenna's uncle.
A trip from here.
I understand that, but it's safer for us.
I do like the distance. But I don't think that I'd be happy leaving Melda here. So let's find the source.
Yeah, I think we need to find the young girl, see if we can get some more answers from her.
Zathia Silverman.
She told us some story, the same story that this guy told us.
Where's Ivy?
Yeah, him too.
What was she doing at the market?
She would. Oh, I don't know what they were doing.
Was she looking at jewelry? Did she pick something up? Did you know?
We need to. Yeah, we certainly need to investigate that story once again. And I think we might look into Zathia and was it her mother that worked here some time ago?
Yeah, many years before.
Did she say what happened to her mother?
Actually, her mother passed away.
Yeah, I guess we need to find out why. How?
Yeah, you'll definitely have to talk with Zathia about that. So, anything else you want to do in this room?
Burn it.
You just want to gas fireball.
Well, I think we need to. Okay, you said that there was a locked. Yeah.
A desk. Yeah.
And I look at the desk, and do I see similar wards as before that you were warned me of? And all
no,
that?
not on this desk. Yeah, not on this.
All right, I'm gonna have to stick things into it.
At least you don't have to worry about being poisoned anymore.
There is that. Maybe this one will change it up and just cast the fireball. Make someone here happy at least. How do we? All right, I'll go about poking around the lock again.
Okay, so you will want to roll a dexterity, not a save, just your dexterity. Okay. Oh, very nice. Okay, so yeah, you are able to ascertain pretty quickly that you can just use your simple tools, and you get in there, pop the lock pretty easily. Inside, it's a deep drawer. You find that there is a couple of scrolls. There is a few strangely colored gems. But what is very, very interesting is it looks as though there's some sort of journal.
No. Well, let's inspect the journal.
Okay.
Number of scrolls?
There are 2 scrolls, and there are like 5 gems of different sizes and colors.
Okay.
Are they more spell component type of gems?
Yeah.
Expedient cash type of gems?
Well, I mean, they're mostly like spell component sort of gems.
Look like they
But,
are
I mean, you
set out
could
at
sell them.
5 points of a pentacle.
Yeah. Okay.
I know.
The scrolls?
All right. Kelex, can I get you to carry these gems?
I'll carry them.
No.
I
don't
don't out of character
understand.
real quick. How long does detect magic last for? Is it just an instantaneous thing?
I believe it lasts for an hour, but let me check.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can sit. You sit on that one for a while, but I thought it was 10 minutes. The last I played a spellcaster.
Duration, 1 act, 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
10 minutes. That's.
So I guess the question is: are you sensing any magic from these gems?
No, the gems just seem to be pretty mundane, but you're thinking that they are probably used as components for something. But they are sellable. I mean, they're definitely valuable to someone who likes gems, I guess.
I will I'll hold on to it.
Hey, Kelex, as you pick them up, I kind of say, if you sold those, you could pay off some of those debts that we kind of promised off.
Guys, my thinking is that they may have some sort of. You're a paladin. Can you detect evil?
Actually, I can sense. Hold on for a minute. I can do a divine sense. So here it is. Boop. So yeah, I'll go ahead and use divine sense on it. Basically, the only thing it'll allow me to do is I can detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated, or desecrated.
Well, that'll tell you something about this little circle that I'm about ready to brush up all this weird dust.
Did I sense anything from the gems or anything else near me that's more evil than the other?
Not the gems, not the scrolls, not the journal. The circle on the magic circle on the floor does have a glow to it of malicious, obviously malicious intent.
Do I sense if it's abyssal or infernal?
More of the infernal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
I figured if she made a pact with a demon, it'd be Warsaw.
All right. So you said there was 5 gems, Brian?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll take those up and.
Well, Master Morzavi, shall we go through the journal?
He says, yes, I believe that would probably be a good idea. Do you want me to look at it, or do you want to?
I think we both should.
Okay.
And translate, because I'm sure it's in Elvish.
You don't need to speak Elvish?
Or it's an infernal.
So, yes, you open the book and immediately you can tell if you do not read infernal.
Break it up, Brian.
You're not going to do very, very well.
It's an infernal, apparently, because of the way it was breaking up. That sounded pretty...
Is it pretty bad?
Pretty infernalish.
Okay.
All I heard was Freddy is the devil. Freddy is the devil.
Okay, yeah. So what you're hearing is that it is actually an infernal, and so who here actually understands infernal?
Kelex!
Kelex. Okay, well that's good. So
good guy.
Okay, so Kelex, you and Morzavi can also read infernal, and you can sort of pick through this, and it's very, very interesting indeed what you are reading. It kind of lays out exactly what is happening. From what you gather, there is the real Sintaisha is a prisoner locked away in a location in a vast desert, and she's actually trapped in the body of a crone.
What?
Does it give us the name of the crone?
You don't really see a name written in the journal. It's just a very, very strange sort of that there is. All it does is just point this out. It also goes into later on you can see that Shira is being blackmailed by Sintaisha. Shira has a secret affair with Morzavi, and as soon as he reads this, he immediately shuts the book. It would be a scandal for the Queen Mother, and it would look very unfavorably upon the crown, so to speak, if this ever was made light. But right now, you are the only one who knows that, other than Morzavi, and of course Shira, who has been giving or has been blackmailed into giving Sintaisha monetary compensation for her silence.
All right, so I kind of turn and glance at Morzavi a bit, and then I just kind of turn to the rest of the group and explain to him that the real Sintaisha is obviously the one we've been dealing with is not the real one. The other one, apparently the real Sintaisha is trapped within the body of a crone in some desert. Did it mention the desert at all? What desert?
Well, as far as all it says is mentions a desert to the east. And it's she is trapped within the tower within the center of this desert.
To the east?
All right. Yeah, and I don't mention anything about the Morzavi or Shira thing.
Okay.
That's the bright.
Master Moore's Ivy. Do you know? Is there a desert nearby that's east of here?
It's the bright desert. The desert to the west is the not so bright desert. That's where we'll probably end up.
It's the dim.
that's the
It's the dim desert. It's the challenge desert. Wow.
All right,
Okay.
yeah, I'll ask Moore's Ivy if he knows possibly what desert it's referring to.
Could be the disabled desert.
Morris Ivy looks to you and says,
Aren't you from there?
There's only one desert to the east of Celene, and that is the Bright Desert.
Great.
Hmm.
Too many side quests.
Fuck me. This.
What are you talking about? That's great. The Brightlands. All right.
Wait a minute. I'm the father of griffins. I'm going to go over there and start an army.
No, we have to do the dragon first. Eventually, we have to deal with the Rose Court. But you guys keep throwing that one away.
I think we're all just trying to forget about it.
Until you
Hopefully it'll go away.
But it hasn't forgotten about you.
I'm not forgetting it.
So again, we're back into this quandary of splitting the party. Do we pursue the crone in the desert or the dragon quest?
I think Toby's taken over Tomas because he keeps trying to split the party.
I think you're
No,
right.
that's me exposing my inner King Solomon.
Well, you're exposing something.
Really?
At least it's not. At least it's that, not anything else.
Well, we'd have to have a microscope for the other.
Well, we had a monorail.
So we'd go from like this to like this.
Right next to your anus. Never mind. Never mind.
I guess I kind of look at Moore's Ivy and I said, I'm assuming you're going to tell the Queen Yolanda about this, or
Well,
ending at the desert.
I definitely feel that this is probably
Satasha.
something that she would definitely want to see addressed.
Did Morse Ivy give away anything in his look? Did he snatch it? The
He didn't
journal away?
He didn't snatch it. He just closed it very, very quickly, very abruptly.
Who holds the journal?
Moore's Ivy.
Right now, Morris Ivy does.
Hey, Brian, your
Well-
audio is really choppy. You might want to do a quick
Yeah.
disconnect, reconnect.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 minute. If I can get this figured out real quick. I don't know if
Oh,
that
so much
helped or
better.
not. Oh, really?
Yeah, just that one.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Okay. So I'm assuming we are going to leave this room now.
I think we need to see to the disposition of this room. It needs to have guards on the door, ensure that no one else
Agreed.
comes in. We also need to. I think we looked very carefully. I mean, turning things over, or are we just considering this more of a cursory search? Some of the more obvious things, a locked desk. There is, but I mean that's, I think, to be given. That desk, mirrors, anything in here that we might want to be concerned with?
Timble,
Yes.
Timble, I sent you a private message.
Yeah, I guess what you're getting at, Timble, is from the what I've sensed and from the detect magic. You wonder if we got anything else? See anything else?
So you're not really too sure about any. The rest of the room looks like you've pretty much went over it. So you don't believe that there's actually anything else of value to find here.
So I can burn it now.
You can burn it now. Oh boy.
Master Morzaivi, do you have the means to lock this behind us?
He says, yes, I can lock this. There shouldn't be any real issue.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess we're done here.
Okay. So with that in mind, you guys head out from the room. And where are you off to next?
Well, I'm assuming we're not leaving until tomorrow was the plan, right? Or are we leaving today?
I think we leave tomorrow.
Okay.
Long rest.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
so
shall we all go see if Morzaivi would like to take this to the Queen immediately? We can...
I think for dinner, we need to go to a tavern.
I'd like to go with Morzaivi when he informs the Queen.
Okay.
yeah, we can all
I think that should be done. See if there's more information that maybe the Queen could add. I do believe that I think Grenna was intending to speak to maybe a young lady we once talked with.
It's a given that we would all go.
But that would be, yes, after we have informed the Queen.
Yes. Yes. Besides, we have to take the male elf magnet for females with us. That way, he can get them to talk better.
You mean Val? I think he's busy.
Oh, with Melda, yeah.
We can always use Tomas as the sacrificial goat.
Well, and for the record, everybody, currently it's a 60-40 split. Stick together versus split the party in the poll online.
Oh boy.
Nuh-uh. Let's go see the Queen.
Okay. So, yes, as you all head out, let's see, probably at the time that you were doing this, it is more like probably high tea. So, you would probably catch the Queen in the, in one of the chambers, of course, her daughters, other than, of course, Sintaisha, who is not there, is so you see that she is taking tea with Melda and Asenath. You see that there are two, as you walk into the room, that there are two other handmaids there who are serving tea. And of course, once you enter, Morzaivi walks in and says, Your Majesty, we have found something very, very dreadful concerning Sintaisha.
Yes, Your Majesty, we may want to clear the room.
She looks up and says, "Oh, but I was kind of hoping that you all, being that you're all here now, that you would join us for tea."
What are they having with the tea?
I'm sorry.
Are they having toast? What are they having? Are they having toast or scones or
scones primarily?
I am absolutely not drinking tea under any circumstances.
I was going to take some of Melda's, some bread off of Melda's plate and have some Melba toast.
Ooh, okay.
Meat, potatoes, and vegetables, guys.
Okay.
Think of it as supper.
He would be fine. Tomas goes over and sits down with his squire behind him.
Do you have those neat little cookies that have like that raspberry in the middle and
ooh, those are good.
little lemon drops? because
Gammy Dodgers.
that's going to get me.
You know, if there's a demon around, it might not be raspberry. It might be gnome placenta or something. You know, you never know what's in there.
Gnome placenta.
Somehow I think I've passed that one once before. I do not fear it.
Yikes. Okay.
Why?
So,
Yes.
Yeah. So as you are, other chairs are brought in, and the queen, and she says, "So what is it that you have found?"
Are the serving maids still in here?
No, the serving maids have already left.
Okay. Do we think this is something that perhaps the young one should hear also?
Never too early to start their.
They're training.
It is her sister.
I know, but
Probably the part about their sister not being the sister.
Man, this sounds too
but
eerily
not
like a
everyone.
conversation from the 80s.
Jeez.
Oh, God. Okay.
well, I think what we must say is that as we thought, the Sentisha is not herself. She seems to have been, I guess,
Body snatched.
Swap.
yeah, an entity has taken her body and she remains trapped elsewhere.
The queen looks at you very puzzled, and she is she lifts her cup to drink from it, and just as she does, perception checks all around.
Promenade left on the corner.
Oh!
Nice.
I'm having tea. I'm having tea.
Why'd you
Okay.
roll? Oh, yeah, because you're double clicking.
Okay, so actually Grenna is probably the only one who notices or hears this. Just as the queen is about ready to take a sip of her tea, you hear the crashing of china outside of the door where the handmaids just left. And you hear one of the handmaids, you're not too sure which one, scream.
Do they have
Nope.
China in Orth?
Sure,
So
why
nobody
not?
Why do they call it China?
Roll initiative.
Porcelain.
I run to the door.
Is Grenna the only one that hears this?
Yeah, it seems that it happened. They went down the hallway a little bit, and then you hear the crash and the scream.
Okay, is there more than one way in and out, or is there only one door in and out?
There's only one door into this room.
So I'm not going to raise a whole lot of alarm vocally, but telepathically, I'm going to tell them all that there was a crash outside the door right when she was taking a drink.
Okay.
I knocked the tea out of the queen's hand.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me an unarmed strike.
How do I do that?
If we end up in jail again, we're just going to give you as a sacrificial lamb.
Okay, unarmed strike. There we go.
Can I get up and start heading toward the door?
Okay. Unarmed
And
strike.
after the-
Yeah,
yeah,
that-
after
okay.
the-
So all of a sudden you see Yarn just reach out with his hand and just smack the glass of tea out of the queen's hands. You see the porcelain cup goes flying and smashes into the wall on the opposite side. The queen looks very, very surprised and shocked.
Oh, you didn't have your pinky out.
Yeah.
I'd say one word. I'd
No,
say one
her
word.
pinky wasn't out. I love it.
I say one word. Poison.
Pinky wasn't out like the shocker.
God.
Power, maybe.
I say one word: poison.
Okay. You immediately, everyone is on their feet.
I look to Melba and and if she was looking to drink, I will follow
Yeah, I
up.
forgot you were there.
Yeah, you missed out there, buddy. Ha ha.
Sorry.
Okay. So, yeah, you're able to do that. And, yeah, so like I said, everybody is on their feet at this point in time, the queen included. You hear commotions going on outside the door. As castle guards start to file into the room, the queen holds up her hand and says, I think we're okay here. Just find out what happened to my handmaids. Yeah. So, Grenna, are you also stepping out into the hallway?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, you step out, and probably about 25 feet down the hallway, you see the crumpled body of one of the handmaids. But you do not see the other handmaid.
Okay. It does not say whether I have to be viewing someone or not to talk to them telepathically. I would imagine I'd have to be able to see them. Did Bubbles come out in the hallway with me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna send him back in to get the dwarf.
What is it, Lassie? What is it?
And I'm gonna run up and
Is
see
Grenna in the well?
Oh man,
if
Grenna's
she-
in the well again.
No. Did Timble do something stupid again?
Man, I'm having flashbacks to when we got the fucking monorail.
So Bubbles walks in or runs back in and grabs Kiffi, kind of grabs the sleeve of your arm and is pulling you towards the door.
All right.
And while Bubbles is doing that, I'm gonna run up and see if I can figure out what happened. Is she
Okay.
alive? Is she dead?
No,
Stabbed.
she's quite dead. And it's very, very interesting. The wound that she has is that her throat has actually been cut.
Is there
As in sliced or is it
Sliced.
poison? Okay.
is there anything leading away from her that I can find?
No, there's no trace of any others that have been this way.
I actually happen to know the medical treatment for this because I participated on a medical exercise with the military. Tourniquet.
Okay, well,
He is not wrong.
I don't know that.
He is not wrong. That was prescribed.
But that's because I was the casual and I wouldn't shut up. So they said we're putting on a tourniquet.
He had a
Wee.
cut wound, and they used the tourniquet on him.
Nice.
In my berets.
what is he doing?
He's in the top drawer.
Okay.
That's
So- Yeah,
Perplexed.
you were able to determine. Kiffi, you head out into the hallway. You see the lifeless body of a young elven woman who's laying in a puddle of spilt tea and shattered porcelain.
Okay.
He went into the bathroom.
He has underwear.
Go help him.
No, we're gonna let him do that.
Where's the rest of these people? Where's the other one?
Can Bubbles track?
Yeah, he can.
Does he smell the other one?
He telepathically says there was another person here, but they did not run. But they're not here anymore. I don't understand.
Okay, so they just teleported. All right, okay.
Bleak.
So does Bubbles go over to the spot where they teleported from, like pee right there to mark it? You know, it's like, I don't understand this. Like a dog would.
Only you would be that crude. Bubbles at least a little.
What do you mean only I would be that?
Have you met Ed?
No, actually, I've never met him in person. I've never met any of these people in person other than you.
Oh.
So you're saving the best for last. Worst for first, best for last?
Don't answer that.
I think I did a pretty good job myself. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And Brian, you said there was only one way in and out of this place, right?
Out of this room, yes.
Physically.
Physically, yes.
I'm going to start.
I
Kinda
guess the rest of
looking
it
at-
is kind of on guard just to see what's happening.
So what handmaiden disappeared? So I'm assuming the queen is going to come out and look because we need to identify who the dead one is and the one that is not there.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Fireball.
That's the answer to everything.
Oh, yeah.
Clear the room.
I understand that.
He's talking.
Yep, fireball. We are in a room with only one exit.
Not if we go to the hallway.
Okay. So what you're able to, the queen walks out and sees the queen, Melda and Asenath all walk out into the hallway and see what is happening. There are several guards walking around, checking doors and, looking for any suspect individuals who may have perpetrated this. Asenath immediately, her hand sort of flies to her mouth and she says, she grabs her mother's hand and says, Oh no, it's Osonia. No. And she just starts breaking into tears. Osonia Miakas was actually a handmaiden to Asenath. So, yeah, and she's now dead. So,
Asonia Milnikov, we still remember those who dwell in this fair land beneath the trees, those who wander in the western seas.
Everybody just kind of looks at you and like, huh, that was interesting. Well,
Where's the other one? Yeah, I kind of look at Grenna.
and she, yeah. So yeah, Grenna can speak for herself.
The other one's just gone.
Look at the queen.
Um,
Which handmaiden is missing?
Yeah, just poof. She blinked.
Okay. The other one, her name was Sidra.
Well, she blinked.
Do they have quarters
well did
here
you know?
nearby?
Yes, yeah. All the handmaids have quarters here in the castle. So the guards immediately, the queen looks over to one of the guards and says, "Arrest Sidra immediately. Bring her before me." And you see 3 of the guards immediately start taking up to a staircase to your right, and up to the servants' quarters.
Your Majesty, I don't believe Isidra is the one that did it. I believe that she may have been impersonated or controlled in some manner.
Did the guards not see her when they came in? There's just the one hallway leading to the stairs, and then I guess into the rest of the estate.
No, they did not see any. I mean, other than when Sidra and Osana left the room. But once they traveled down the hallway out of sight, they weren't able to spot them, and so that's when it occurred.
So the only guards that came into the room were the ones that were standing outside on guard. There were no other guards that were.
The others showed up immediately afterwards.
Okay.
But it was like within like 15 to 20 seconds. No.
They missed
Master Moss Ivy?
He says yes.
Might you have some way of divining where she went?
I can try. I might be able to if I. Well, first of all, I think we should find out if Sidra is truly the culprit in this assassination attempt, or that's what it kind of looks like to me.
I would doubt it.
So about 5 minutes pass when one of the guards comes back. You can see that he is visibly kind of shaken, and immediately steps to the queen, bows, and says, "Your Majesty, we have found Sidra. She was in her room, and it looks like she has been dead for some time."
Your Majesty, I think we need to get you somewhere safer than the hallway.
She readily agrees with you.
Me as well, Melinda. So, do you have a place that we could go?
I mean, the toast room seems like the immediate place to go to because it's secure right now. Nobody's in there.
He says, no, we definitely have, and Morzaivi also chimes in, said, no, we definitely have a safe place for her just in this situation. If there is a breach of security here at the castle. And so he and three of the other guards once again appear and says, usually the queen would be confined to her chambers, which can be magically secured. And it would probably be the best thing.
And whoever wants to go, we're going to escort them there.
Okay.
I have one question. Is there a secondary? Because I think that obviously should the one hand miss, we have to worry about the silent hand. And the protocol would have her go there. The princess would know that.
Yes.
Rather.
Yeah, definitely Sintaisha would know.
So perhaps we should break that. And Master Mouse Ivy, is there a second place or somewhere else that you know that we could be able to ensure the safety of the queen and the princesses?
He says,
especially a place that Tasha wouldn't think.
Yes.
He says, the best possible place would be my tower. I do have magical protections there as well as a anti-magic field that I have set up there just in case for magical intrusion.
Ultimately, I guess the decision is that of the queen.
She says, well, I think we first must find out a little bit more concerning who is actually behind this. It says, she looks over to one of the guards and said, how long do you suspect that Sidra has actually been deceased? He says, well, I'm sorry, my queen, I am not really too sure how I could determine that. I am not trained in that art. She immediately looks over to you, Kiffi, and says, Master Dwarf, I know that you wield divine magics and be able to see things that might be able to shed some light. Is there any way, do you know a way of being able to talk to those who have passed?
I do. I would probably need a day or so to get ready to do that, but it certainly is possible.
She said, if you don't mind, that would be of most help. I think if there is a way that we could actually talk with the departed soul of Sidra, she would be able to shine some light.
All right. Well, we'll do it then.
Okay. So until then, she and the princesses are going to be sequestered in Morzivy's tower. So,
What an imposition.
We're gonna animate the dead. Yay!
No, that's not animate dead. That's speak with dead.
Potato, potato.
Yeah, I'm definitely not down with animating the dead.
Well, we don't want to re-dead the dead. So much more fun to kill them afterwards.
Oh, my line, it hurts.
okay.
I wonder if we should go and check on the queen's quarters just in case somebody was waiting there for her.
Okay. And we need to look into other staff members.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably check the princesses' rooms too.
We just do not know how deep this goes.
True.
Queen's room first.
Series.
Okay.
Where's my aluminum hat?
Your brother's wearing it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you all make your way up to the Queen's quarters and start a thorough investigation of the room. There are guards present just to oversee things. Morzivy is not with you at this time. He is with the Queen and the princesses, getting them settled into the tower. There's also a squad of guards at the tower. The entire castle has been locked down. So that's one thing that you guys have. But yeah, you spend some time moving around this room. Everybody make a perception check.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, no, it's not me. We're gonna.
Hey,
Not too bad.
What do I see?
Okay, so Grenna and Timble, being that you guys maxed out your rolls on those, very, very good. You were able to determine that there was a sliding, a portion of a sliding wall that was behind an armoire in the Queen's room, which was not fashioned for. It was not used by servants.
Who is the guards that were with us? Do we have a captain or someone there that I'd rather talk to an individual than just simply say guard. Captain such and such with us?
Yes. Yeah, there is a captain of the guard. His name is Alman, and he is he is like literally one of the first guys who was on the scene.
Oh, immediately we're going to show him that sliding door and said, "Sir, I think we have some tunnel work to do."
He says, "This is very, very strange. There's not supposed to be any servant doors in the walls in the Queen's chamber at all. This is very, very odd." So you guys going to open that up and check it out?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
I think we're
Roll weapons. Open the door.
Do we see anything inscribed on the ground underneath rugs? Any look like,
Any ruins?
No, you don't see anything like magic circles or incantations or anything carved into the wood. Once you do open the door, though, you realize that someone or something has been traveling this hallway. It is almost completely dust-free. So somebody has actually been taking very, very good care of it. But one of the interesting things as it's very dark in here. So as you make your way through the passageways, you can actually you find some very interesting things. It stops by 2 other rooms that are very, very close by. One is Shira's chambers, and the other one is Asenath's chambers. And you can see that a small portion of the wall has been sort of hollowed out a little bit so that whoever is inside the hallway would be able to see inside the room. It's like a single peephole.
Do both the rooms have that, or just the Queen's room and the other room?
The Queen's room is the only one that had an opening to it. But what you do find is that as you traverse the rest of this hallway, that there is a panel that slides out in a hallway directly across from Sintaish's room. So
are we going out into that hallway?
Let's go. Kelex, you lead.
Okay,
So the first thing to do. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
No. Go ahead if you had a thought.
So if I go outside the hallway, I mean, obviously we realize where we're at. Do I notice is anything up with Sintaish's door?
No. It is now been. There's guards standing out the side of it. It has been completely resealed by Moore's Ivy to keep people out.
Look at the guards. Nobody's come out of here. The wall or anything here lately, have they?
No, sir. There has not been anyone who has. We didn't even know that was there.
Be on your guard. There was an attempt on the Queen tonight.
Yeah,
if they don't already know about it.
Yeah, they pretty much already know about it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I would like to have Captain Alman. Do we have guards posted outside the windows? Ensure that nothing has found a way through any of the windows also.
The windows to where? Like all the windows in every part of the castle?
Well, obviously the first one would be into Sintaish's room, and then perhaps the Queen's chambers. At this point, the Queen Mum and what is her name? Asenath and Princess Asenath. And for looking at it, Princess Melda's.
Says, I know for a fact Alman has already dispatched extra guards from the city to be on every floor in the castle. I know that for and that's to cover.
I just want to make sure that the windows are covered, because as I can see it now, that's the only way I would be able to get in. And if I can get in, others can.
Of course. He says yes. I know that pretty much every room that was not sealed by Moore's Ivy is right now being encamped by soldiers or castle guards.
Okay.
Yeah. So
do we
does
go back?
did our lovely hound get any scent when he was in the hallway? Something other than ours?
The only thing he was able to pick up was from just the exact location where the body of the young elf maiden was. And
That's pretty careful cleansing of a hallway. Wow. All right. They know what they're about.
Should we go check the dead elf's room? See if there's any clues in there as to what happened? Because, I mean, makes sense to me. And maybe check the queen's room and make sure everything's the way it's supposed to be. Because if somebody's been going in and out of there, surely they've noticed something has been misplaced or moved or not quite right.
Well, we found there in the queen's room, we found, the exit behind the iron wall. But at the same time, we might as well check that room to see if there's anything they left or maybe cooks and all of those. We probably should just kind of go through the rooms and ensure that that everyone is who they are and not dead someplace. And we're really just kind of hoping to stumble on something. I don't know how we can track this one.
Yeah. So, you were able to, you check out several rooms. All the rest of the handmaids and servants are present and accounted for. So you don't have to worry about that part. But, again, you have 2 dead handmaidens and you have 1 missing princess. So,
we got the room inspections going, I guess.
Yep. It
You
doesn't
can always ask
seem-
questions of the handmaid to find out if they've noticed anything about the one that was replaced.
No, so there are handmaids on each floor, assigned to certain one of the nobility. So the one that was the 2 that were in service. Asana was Asenath's handmaiden, where Sidra was the queen's. Melda hasn't been assigned one yet because she just kind of showed up. So there's that. So
I guess what I'm asking is, do we kind of interview maybe some of the handmaidens, determine if they noticed anything out of the ordinary, especially with the handmaiden that was swapped.
Was anybody
To
acting?
give us an idea how long this has been going on, or at least how long ago.
yeah. Well,
Maybe I'm just blathering. I'm tired.
I think once you're able to determine how long Sidra has been dead, that might be a good way. So if somebody who has a really good health roll, or medicine check, might be able to ascertain exactly how long Sidra has been dead.
Health or medicine? Is that what you said?
Yep.
All right, well, I'll give it a go.
For the ranger.
He's a pretty solid medic.
Yeah, that's a no.
Oh, okay. So Kiffi, you were able to do a thorough examination of the elven handmaiden, and you did find out that she has probably been dead for less than 4 hours.
Mm.
Ooh.
The
That means rigor mortis hasn't set in yet.
So, and you can also see that it is the same sort of violent attack that befell the other, was used against the handmaid Sidra.
Does it appear like they were also poisoned or just strictly knife cut?
Just cut.
Oh, the wee sand.
Nice. You're sick, Timble.
He said it. Rigor mortis hasn't set in.
Why do I get blamed for everything?
Ed, I want you to answer your own damn question.
You need to think about that.
Well, I don't know if anybody else would do anything. I guess there's nothing else we can do until Kiffi's ready to cast the spell to
Speak with
speak
dead.
with dead. We could always just go back to, or just go to Moore's Ivy, the tower, and kind of report on what we didn't find, or what we found, and what we didn't find.
We could go to the Druids and the Queen Mum. She should be informed if she hasn't already. She might be able to lend a hand. After all, somebody was peeping and watching her room too.
That is true.
Yeah. So where are you off to? What are you doing?
You want to split the party?
No.
The answer is B.
Fireball.
Always B.
And I think Timble's right. We probably should go check on the Queen Mother just to make sure she's okay, and then we can go there. Go to the Moore's Ivy's tower.
All right.
And currently, the vote online is to keep the party together, 55 to 44 with 38 votes.
Good Lord.
Hey, I'm not letting a bunch of retards
Why are you
on my player character that I have been controlling my life in real life.
All right, perception checks all the way around.
So says the dwarf.
Wait a minute. Are we going to perceive retards? Never mind.
Yarn thinks he's in the castle.
Well, I know I'm surrounded by elves.
Okay, so it looks as though Kiffi, as you were as you finally get finished with your with your examination, in the distance you hear the peal of bells ringing.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Ding dong, the witch is dead, the witch is dead, the witch is dead.
No, I think Clark Griswold's about ready to be executed in a small German town.
Interesting. Why do elves ring bells? Elves don't seem like the bell-making kind.
Maybe little tinkly bells.
No, these are what you would consider probably alarm bells.
I bet elves use gongs.
To the griffins.
Ooh, to the griffins. No.
Well, I will. I'll cock my head and say, "Shit's going down."
What the fuck you gonna do? Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Okay, so as you all, I guess, scramble from the room, heading out, you see guards are running left and right all around you, and just as you are, you sort of you see a bright flash outside of one of the windows you're passing by, as just a gout of flame just shoots by the window.
Would that be Tasha's room?
No, you guys were, you guys had already split the party for the most part, because
What?
Kiffi was upstairs doing the medical observation, and I think, what was it, Grenna was too, and the rest of you guys were in the hallway outside of Tasha's room, which is on a different floor.
I would have thought we would have probably moved together at this point.
I had thought we'd move together.
Yeah, as much as I want to split the party for the ultimate chaos, I would have moved along with Kiffi. I was just being quiet so I don't distract.
Oh, okay. So you hear the flapping of wings and the screaming of people in distress as you see once again gouts of flame shooting from an unknown assailant skyward.
Okay. Let's get outside. We need lines of fire. Let's go.
So, being that I am attuned to noise and music and stuff, do I recognize the roar of the dragon of being that of a bronze dragon?
Well, with the 15, you definitely know it's probably a dragon.
Even better.
Can I get an investigate on it?
You'd have to go outside. So it's going to take you a little bit of time to get out there to take a look and see exactly what you're dealing with.
No, I'm heading straight to the griffins.
That's a good idea.
Brian, I'm headed to a window and out the window. I'm headed to a window and out the window.
Okay, so right now you're on the second story. So you're heading.
Care.
Okay, so you're going out the window. You can fly?
Levitate.
Okay. So, yes, you throw open a window and pretty much, I guess, jump out.
Yep. Basically.
Can I quickly grab a piece of papyrus and kind of write out something?
Sure.
Okay, it says target, and I'll hand it to him. Don't forget your
just draw a nice target. Get some paint out, make it look pretty.
Get it to his back.
Okay.
Okay.
It's real pretty.
Oh wow! He got a 30.
Nice. It's actually very stylish. You almost feel that it would be an honor to wear it.
Oh.
Okay.
The whole
reaction. Oh.
the holy kick me sign of Antioch.
So so Yarn, as you are floating out the window, floating down to you hear the dragon actually speaks in a very loud and booming voice, and it says,
"It'll be easy to locate."
Yeah, it's sort of like a loudspeaker above the city, and says, "You have chosen poorly, and now you shall burn." And so
well, initiative.
Real quick, how long is it going to take us to get to the griffins while he's doing this? Is he going to be like 3 rounds floating up and down, or?
Well, it really kind of depends on what he's planning on doing. Right now, he's probably about 200 yards off from the dragon itself, which is right now just kind of hovering. So I don't know how long that's going to, what that entails.
He'll be dead. He'll be dead
by then. Okay. So you all, the rest of you, race up to the roof, to the area where the griffins were you trained. As soon as you open the door to the top, you can see that this place was hit almost immediately. There are charred griffin remains on the roof. You do see 1 or 2 birds that are still alive, but have been singed terribly, that would be unable to fly. Yeah.
Do we roll for our birds?
Do
we roll for our birds to see if one of them, if ours are available, any number of them?
Let's see how many. Let's see. There were, 1 for each of you. Let's see.
You can make it a big number.
What we're going to do is we're going to, of course, leave it to fate. So we are going to go. There is probably only a 30% chance that you have a flying bird up there. So if you roll a percentile check, we'll see how many birds are left. Or, yeah.
So here's Tomas's 0 to 30.
Okay. Very good.
Wow.
Okay, your bird is actually up.
And as Tomas runs to the bird, he points to Shirley and says, "You're driving." And he throws her in the front seat. She's driving.
Who?
Shirley.
Okay. She has no clue.
Exactly.
Okay, so Timble, unfortunately, you and Grenna, yours is also down. Anybody else?
But not dead.
Oh, mine didn't come up, but I actually rolled an 18. Why did it not come up?
Oh,
When did that come up?
I don't know. That's weird.
I saw it,
Tricky,
Kelly.
Brian. What's that?
I think I saw it. I saw the
down.
Yeah.
It came, you probably saw it on D&D Beyond, but it didn't come up on Roll20.
Yeah.
No, it didn't come up on Roll20. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay,
Guess yours is dead.
Kiffi's is down.
Wow. All the bars are like just outside of that 30% chance.
I know, isn't it weird?
Crazy.
So let me see real quick, Alex. Let me see.
That's why I always roll first, so I don't have performance anxiety.
Get it out of the way.
Not touching it.
Yeah, let me see.
I didn't want you to.
Let's see if I can oh,
saying
okay. Here's the game log. Oh, Kelex, yeah, you rolled an 18. I can see it in the game log on D&D Beyond. Yay.
All right, cool. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you looking into that.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I was thinking, I'm going, yeah, I should be able to see this somewhere. Okay, so really the only two, so there's only two of you?
Well, at least one of us didn't roll because they're not here. So.
Okay. So here's like the good thing. Being that everybody rolled like right within the 30 margin, your griffins are not dead. Anything above a 40 would have been that they were dead. Right now, the ones that didn't make it are injured and not able to fly. Anybody who made it, which was of course Kelex and Tomas, can take to the skies.
Hey, can I grab Timble and get him to drive? I pick him up and I put him in front of me.
Okay.
You coming with me, Timble?
I won't say no. I will say, what the hell are we doing?
We're gonna die.
It is a good question.
But now
Take
we
me to
have
the
options. Now we have options.
So I guess so here's what Brian, with my dream, does this I mean, I haven't seen the dragon yet. I guess I got to wait till I see him. Does it kind of like ping something in Kelex saying
Make a wisdom check.
Oh lordy. I am
What time of day is it?
What time of day is it? It is well, it's after high tea. High tea is at 2.
5
yeah.
to 8.
Was it 5 to 8? Is high tea?
It's 5 to 8. High tea is after afternoon tea, and afternoon tea is around 3 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
High
Thanks.
tea is like a supper from 5 to 7, and it's heavier. Why do I know this?
I don't know. What the hell?
You're the chick.
I'm impressed.
Oh,
unfortunately I rolled a 10.
Okay.
It's medicine, not wisdom.
Yeah, it was wisdom. Yeah, not medicine.
Oh. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, just a wisdom
sorry.
check. Not a,
Push
yeah,
the right
just-
button this time.
Okay. Yeah. Let me hit right button.
okay.
Not much
It's still
better.
a 10.
I wish
See?
I could work for you here, Kiffi.
It doesn't matter.
Kelex.
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 Kotex.
No, that's gross.
Oh boy.
I'll get there. We'll go through all the names.
Okay.
Kleenex.
So, as you were looking, because you can actually see the dragon from your vantage point on the roof, and the claw that you remember from your dream is very, very similar to the one that is on this dragon. Same color, same shape.
Is this the
Very
same
cool.
dragon from before?
Yes.
Exactly. Okay.
How far away is she?
200 yards off. And she's probably about probably 110 feet off the ground.
200 yards away, 110 feet off the ground.
Yep.
So in other words, she's out of range of everything.
And you can see below on the parade ground where those soldiers were training before is now on fire. Several of the trees in the area are also on fire. But one thing that you do notice is that there seems to be some sort of strange purplish, like power, like a bubble that is over the life tree. As you see, there are like eight or nine druids down there, all with their hands outstretched like this. As this power is just being generated from the plants and the trees and the life tree itself.
He's first.
Yep. Go ahead.
He's first.
Since I have the reins of the griffin,
Yep.
give it the heel. We're flying straight at the dragon.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to yell, Aryvistarax, why?
I actually have a question on that too. With the spell Thunder Wave, can I control what the sound is?
I don't think so.
It just says a thunderous noise.
A thunderous noise.
Yeah, a wave of thunderous force. Oh, thunderous force sweeps out from you.
Force.
Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
it's not really a noise.
It's
I
a
think.
concussion. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Well, I'm glad we were able to answer that question.
No. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking it through. I didn't look it up the spell. I thought it said noise, not force. So okay, that's why I take that.
Brian, I'm going to rely on you to tell me when this dragon is within 150 feet of me.
Okay.
Tomas is flying at it too. Well, actually, Shirley's going to fly.
You have to.
She needs to handle animal, right?
Yeah, she's going to make a handle animal and also a dexterity check.
All right,
Dexterity
handle
save.
animal.
All right.
There's her.
She's
Wow, she rolled.
That's good. Yeah.
No, that's a natural 20. So perfect. She knows, and I need a dex save too.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong character sheet. Wrong character sheet. Stand by. My bad.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
She's able to. She was able to get it into the air, and so that's good. So I need Timble, and I need Shirley Templar to make. What is it? What are they called? Initiative checks. Let me get my initiative counter up here real quick. So,
Can Tomas make one too? Since he's going to probably do some weird shit here in a minute. We'll be opposite, or do we operate on the same?
Yeah. No, you can. That's fine.
Were we supposed to do
That's
initiative?
Shirley. That's me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, well, she goes first and I go second. Awesome.
Let's see if I have.
Yeah, I'm just not riding in the back here for fun. But I'm assuming I'm going to go off of Timble's because he's the one in control.
Does Russ need to, since he's up in the air too?
My up in the air is less controlled than y'all's.
I'm not up in the air. So.
Okay. Okay. So there we are.
Basically, that's all I am is up in the air.
Okay, so who? Okay, so let's see. I got Yarn. I got Grenna.
Hold on, stand
I
by.
got Timble.
I'm gonna roll to.
So Grenna, are you on the back of something, or are you just on the
Nope.
roof?
I'm on the roof.
Okay.
Do you still want me to roll initiative?
The roof is on.
I don't know where that 19
I don't think
came
you're
from.
actually going to be able to reach the dragon from your location.
Where did my initiative come from? Did I roll it?
I don't know. It may have been there the whole time.
I think it was because
It might have been when you first logged in. Did you use initiative
okay.
as your practice?
I did.
Okay. So
Hey,
I can
Brian,
get rid of it if you want to try it again.
Yes, please,
Not-
because 9 sucks.
Okay.
No,
Not knowing
Watch me get a 3.
Keep the 19 if I have the option.
Brian, you're at 30 minutes, so I don't know how in depth this is going to get. So it looks like it's going to be set up and go.
Yeah, because I think we're just going to be able to get to the turn order for the initiative, and then we'll pick it up next time. All right.
Can I get a clarification of something though, real quick before we do that?
Sure.
You might recall many adventures ago when we first encountered this dragon, I did some type of history, and I kind of knew about dragons, and I kind of need to know how well do I know dragon lore at this point after reading the books and things like that, because I just looked something up. I don't want to you say something out of character.
Okay. I would say probably you were able to take your history score, but then if you were going to apply it to dragons, you'd get a +2 on top of that.
Okay, so if I roll a good history score and apply it, +2?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to do this, and then I'll tell you what I'm looking for. I don't want to spoil it, so.
Okay.
So 25.
Okay.
I just realized, looking at brass dragons, that their lairs typically are in desert ruins. Would I know that? Typically, we do know that this dragon lives someplace else,
Right.
but it would have knowledge of desert, and we've identified that there's a hag in the desert that's disguised, is where I'm going with this. So
Okay.
I'm operating off of that assumption at this point. That's
Okay.
So my actions are based off of that. If it's right or wrong, that's why I'm doing that in character. Okay.
Okay. That's fine. Cool. So was there anything else you needed to know?
Nope, that's
Or
what I wanted to know.
Okay, cool.
I'm just setting myself up. I just needed to clarify how much I actually knew. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
You know me.
So, all right. So everybody who's on the initiative turn order here, is that everybody who is going to be participating?
He found it. He found it.
What?
I don't know if I'm actually participating, but
He found it.
Kiffi is healing the remaining live griffins on the rooftop.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that would work too. Alrighty. So I'm kind of thinking that this is probably not a bad place to stop, because we have. Yeah, I mean, if we were going to go full tilt on this one, it would probably take some time. And interesting.
We got time.
Well, I do have one thing. It could change things if it works.
Okay.
So, where do we fall in the initiative of round 1? We got probably time for round 1 of initiative.
Maybe? I don't know. I think I'd rather just leave it as a cliffhanger. Just
Oh
to
man,
see?
I wrote a joke. I came up with a joke.
Oh, you did.
I was gonna,
Oh, boy.
yeah.
Okay.
Does that have
So
a punchline?
Leave it in the hanger.
So all Tomas wants is he's telling Shirley to get him close to the dragon, and then I'm going to cast Tasha's laughter. And the
Okay.
joke to make the dragon laugh is, why did the evil leaders of Ket steal dragon eggs in Greyhawk? And the punchline is because they wanted to hatch a fiery new plan to rule the world, but all they got was an omelet with a side of dragon's breath. That's my joke.
Okay. Okay. We'll have to check.
Because I'm a firm believer if you try to do any type of, manipulate, you got to at least try something. So I came up with a joke for this stupid thing.
I like
And
it.
that's the spell I'm casting. So we can
needed to
start it
try
from
it.
there.
Okay. That sounds grand. All right. So we will try to pick that up.